What's going on, guys? Darren Kane here, back from the Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 3 video. And in today's video, on the official Dragon Ball The Breakers Twitter, they actually have an updated guide. So if you guys don't know, they've had a guide with a bunch of videos describing to players how to play the game and the best ways to handle the defense phase, playing as the Raider, playing as the Survivor and whatnot. And I did a review of that, seeing if the devs actually knew what they were talking about and if it was actually a useful resource. And it was pretty good. They did a pretty good job last time. There was some stuff that, you know, wasn't that great, but overall it was pretty good. So I wanted to review their guide to Dragon Ball The Breakers, and see if it's good or not. They should have had this out when the game released, you know, admittedly, but you know, we'll be checking it out here. So let's see what they have. Master the art of survival in Dragon Ball The Breakers. Learn about power keys, skills, vehicles, and strategic movement. Yes, strategic movement. All right, unleash your inner survivor and conquer the temporal seam. Read the article here, so we will be going ahead and doing that, bro. All right, so this is actually the last posting. Oh, this is actually pretty detailed. Okay, so this is the most recent posting they had. The last one they had was last month on the 19th of June. So it is good that they're at least posting something, but unfortunately no new updates or anything like that. So let's take a look, shall we? A guide to survive in Dragon Ball The Breakers. In Dragon Ball The Breakers, the goal of the survivor is to escape the temporal seam while avoiding the Raider. Notice how it doesn't say escaping via the ETM is a win. You notice that? You guys notice that? Anyways, the beginning of the game as a survivor is divisive because it's when the Raider is not at its full power yet. This is why your main goal should be to focus on finding as many power keys as possible, along with... Bro, they're literally telling you to key rush. Deadass? They're actually telling you guys the key rush. Shit, Bandai, okay. I see you, Dim/Bandai. All right, boys. All right, the main goal is to be focused on as many power keys as possible, along with resources such as skills, vehicles, such as skills. What do they mean? Maybe they mean cubes? Because you can't, like, pick up skills. Unless they mean items? Skills, vehicles, and radars, since they will have utility for most of the phases of the match. Each survivor should try to focus on the zones that are not too crowded by their allies. Yes, they're spinning. They're actually spinning. I think there's a huge issue in this game, especially with new players. Like, say if I go into a building and a player comes with me, that's a no-no. You're wasting your time. I guarantee you, if you would have went into another building or another area, not only would you got just as many supplies, maybe even more. So if you are following players, do not follow them. You should go into other buildings, go into other areas to get your own rewards. Do not try to fight your fellow survivors to get items and reward stuff like that, or like cubes, keys, it doesn't matter, but like cubes, items, it doesn't matter. Like go somewhere else, bro. Go somewhere else. So they're spinning here. This way, resources can be shared more homogeneously. Hold on, I'm gonna look this word up. I'll be right back. All right, I'm sorry, boys. I swear I don't know how to read. Hello? You gonna say it?
Homogeneously.
Homogeneously. Why is it? I feel like it's homogeneously. It sounds better. Homogeneously? I don't care, bro. Man, stop putting me on blast, dude. I don't know how to read that well, okay, guys? Homogeneously across the team and is less... Why do you use such a big word, dude? Just say shared across the team, man. Anyways, and is less likely that some players will fall prey to Raiders. That's good. They're actually spinning here. When exploring, you can also find crates on the field and destroy with your attack power in order to get items such as... Wait. Oh, yeah. They're spinning here. With your attack power in order to get items such as change power and Zenny. Zenny can be used on vending machines on the field. So they're talking about like the pots, the barrels, all that type of stuff. Some of the items like pots, you actually don't need to shoot. You can walk into them. They'll automatically be destroyed. So reading the state of the game quickly is essential to make the best decisions and escape from the temporal seam on time. The game interface will help greatly in this. This is pretty cool. I like the survivor status, dragon change gauge, dragon change level, skill menu, power skill. All right, I mean, y'all don't know this. Y'all should know what this means. If you don't, here's a refresher, right? In Dragon Ball The Breakers, there are 5 zones, each of which have a power key to find and install. When you find the power key, you must set it in order to activate the startup system. Knowing which key is still to be found is critical for not wasting time as the Raider looks for you. As the game progresses, each zone will change appearance to signal its status. In the example above, zones A and B's power key has not been found or set. Zone C's power key has been found and installed. Zone D has been destroyed by the Raider, is inaccessible, and Zone E has been found but not set. Interesting. Okay. Bro, that sounded a little complicated to me, so I hope, like, new players reading this, that doesn't go over their head, but that was kind of complicated to me. I feel like you just play and you get it, but I don't know. Whenever you enter a zone labeled like E, make sure to look around for a glowing pillar of yellow light. I mean, that's where you set a key. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. That's nothing crazy. All right. So this is, they don't have, all right, they do have the gauge. I'm surprised they didn't do something for the gauge here. Knowing your enemy is essential, so keep a close eye on this area of your screen, which shows the Raider's health bar and its evolution level. The health bar will tell you how close there is to defeat. When its health is low and occasionally drops, there is more likely a fight happening. If your resources allow for that, consider joining in, in a fight to add pressure on the Raider and maybe even defeat it. Okay. Care for those some Raiders evolve when they are defeated. Yes, they're auto-evolved Raiders. In general, when you play as Survivor, pay extreme attention to the level of the Raider. The higher the level is, the higher the level is, the powerful it gets. All right, they had a typo, Bandai. Y'all need to proofread, okay? It's not just me. The powerful it gets, so try avoiding fighting when the level is high. Dude, did it just, like, English translate this from the Japanese, maybe? All right. Let me heart this, bro. Oh, yeah. As a last tip, keep an eye on how close the Raider is to evolve. Once its gauge is filled in red, the evolution will trigger, and the Raider will unlock new skills to become an even bigger threat. Little menu on your left shows the skills you have decided to use for this game. Once you use them for a certain amount of period, once you use them for a certain, they meant period of time. They will go on cooldown and will be unusable periodically. What? All right, bro, they didn't proofread this. Advanced tip: keep in mind which skills are more useful to escape an ambush from the Raider, and which ones are more useful to simply navigate the map. Try to preserve the former in case you unexpectedly encounter him, I guess I mean the Raider, and use the latter more frequently to traverse. Bro, why are they saying this so complicated? Like, just use, the more, the abilities they need to escape with, don't use those all willy-nilly. Bro, I should write this for them, man. What are they doing? They're writing it all complicated. We're Dragon Ball fans. We already can't read. All right, Dragon Change is the most useful to delay the Raider and distract him, or even die. Why are they saying it before? Now they're saying him. Like, now they're gender classifying the Raider. I mean, there's no female Raider. Anyways, damage the Raider. Using it will allow you to draw power from your transfers and take resemblance to a super warrior to oppose the Raider for a limited amount of time. Y'all see what the status is. Like your skills, your Dragon Change goes on cooldown after transforming a certain amount of period. Or bro, bro, this is like the third or fourth like spelling thing, dude. They like jokes aside, they definitely got to proofread this because it is a little like, bro, Breakers already is like has a target on its back. Like the fact that this article isn't exactly too fluid. Not exactly the greatest look, but we'll continue reading here. When the above UID crackles with lightning, your change power is ready to use. After using Dragon Change, the percentage number will tell you how close you are to using it again. Level of Dragon Change. This is represented by the number next to your avatar. As you collect change power, you can increase your Dragon Change level, unlock more powerful forms. You will also have more energy to spend before the transformation runs out. Dope. Oh, I guess this is the PC button. It's cool seeing that. I don't really see. Yo, is this PC? This actually looks really good. The graphics here, I don't know. That looks, I mean, typically my Breakers don't look like that. Once you are transformed, you will notice a bar that will deplete through time. This is the time you have left before the Dragon Change deactivates and goes on cooldown. Transformation period decreases as time goes by when you take damage and when you use super attacks. Make sure to keep an eye on the timer. There is nothing more dangerous than to run out of time and go back to your base form as you're in the middle of a fight with the Raider. They're spitting here. Some of this stuff is good tips, dude. Reading the Survivor team status. Oh, so, I mean, it's pretty obvious. People have Dragon Change, don't have it, dead, down. The icon of Survivor is ready would mean that the Survivor has been knocked down and needs to be revived. All right, yeah. We get that. That's self-explanatory. Moving around the map. All right, this I'm very interested in. I'm very curious to see what they have for this. Moving around the map, which strategy and care can make a lot of difference in the amount of time you will survive and how many useful items you can gather together. First, make sure to avoid open spaces. Spitting. All Raiders can fly. I mean, yes, but no. Cybermen can't, but, I'm nitpicking. All Raiders can fly, and you'll be spotted and focused very quickly if you let yourself be visible. Don't forget to get creative with your hiding spots. For example, you can crouch in tall grass. There's no tall grass. Breakers, there's no tall grass. What are they talking about? I mean, you can, like, you know, crouch behind something like a rock, but there's no tall grass in this game. Or you can dive deep in the water to avoid being detected. That is true with the water, but also keep in mind you make a lot of noise in the water. During your exploration, make sure to keep mental notes of the nearby caves. You'll need to explore them to get items, but they also double as a convenient hiding spot. A smart move is also to keep a vehicle close to you whenever possible, both to cross the map faster or to run away from the raider in case it spots you. Some skills can be used as convenient escape devices. A few examples can be grappling device. Yes, this has been the bread and butter for my build pretty much since Breakers has released, right? So what's the what they say about it? Grappling device. You can point at any surface and dash to it to save precious time while crossing areas of the map. But you can also use it to quickly disappear from the raider's sight. Yeah, I mean, any ability that allows you to be out of the raider's sight is a good, you know, escape active skill, right? Next up, they have the pod. W-pod, sane pod. Jump to the pod and send yourself across the map in an instant. Okay, not too much explanation there. Hovering device. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, hovering device was one of the better passive skills and devices in the game in Season 1, just because it actually did increase your movement speed if you spammed it while you jumped, or some people thought it did. Personally, I didn't really care for this, but a lot of people did enjoy it. But nowadays, it's slow, and honestly, I mean, if you just started the game, I guess you can use this to move around, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot better passives out there, you know, currently. Single wheel motorbike. It's funny because they don't even have the single wheel motorbike here. This is a generic vehicle. All right. Use it to go around the map faster than by foot if you equip the capsule version of it. Oh, okay. So I guess they just consider this also single wheel motorbike. It would also come with a very useful boost feature that will propel you forward very fast and you keep the command pressed. Combined with a good dose of evasive maneuvers, you can confound the raider and escape from sight. I don't know if confound, right usage of confound there, but sure. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have seen people use barrier and bike, and although it is copium, it is not as good as it was. People have used it to escape from me, so it actually has worked, but I don't recommend it. But bike is a okay active skill. It is okay, but it is not good anymore. So controls, practice makes perfect, but the basics are essential. Always keep in mind how to control your character and don't hesitate to remap your commands in case they fit your playstyle better. I didn't know you could remap stuff. I actually didn't know that. I never even considered that, but you can do that if you would like. It's cool seeing the Switch. I forget this game is on Switch sometimes, man. Shout out to the Switch players. All right, that's it. That is it. Overall, I mean, I think obviously some of the translations are very apparent that like things were mistranslated or like stuff wasn't proofread. But I do think there's a lot of good stuff in here. The fact that they said to not go to the same areas where other people are exploring, to not just walk out in the open. I do think they gave some pretty good tips here. I wish they put some of these things in the game, because how many, like a show of hands, how many of you are going to seek out this guide and actually read it, bro? I feel like the number is less than 20. Not to be a dick, I don't think too many people are reading this, bro. But I think they did provide some good information here. Nothing really is wrong here, really. I mean, I wouldn't recommend using hovering device, and I wouldn't recommend using the single wheel motorbike. But beyond that, I do think this guide is pretty good. Again, I think they should just put this in the game. And you know what they could do is put this in the game, and if you read it, you get some rewards. So it forces players to read it, right? But anyways, I kind of just want to review this guide to survive in Dragon Ball: The Breakers. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this guide, if you think the devs know what they're talking about in regards to their own game. It shows me that they do, because there are some things that are actually meta. Like, they literally said to key rush. Like, that's crazy to me that they actually suggested that in this guide. So clearly they know what they're talking about, you know, a little bit here, but there were some things that I kind of disagree with. But yeah, boys, comments below, let me know what you think of this guide. How would you improve it? Would you want to see this in game? How would you teach players how to play this game? Because I think that's one key issue that this game has, is that I don't think it's a game that you can just pick up and play. It is, but like there is tech to this game that I feel like a lot of players don't learn unless they watch, you know, not to toot my own horn, creators like me, creators like Stray, creators like Noku, Bushido, however you watch, right? Like, it doesn't matter. I think that's a great way to learn this game, watching creators. Like, that's how I've learned some stuff, by like you guys telling me stuff in the chat or in the YouTube comments as well, where we're all learning together. Because this game, unfortunately, doesn't do a good job of teaching you how to play it. But yeah, boys, that's the video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe to Iron King for more guide reviews on the Breakers side, showcases, funny moments, updates, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, have fun, peace out, see you next time.